Well, good morning from Georgia, and say good morning to some of my friends here. They came to visit this morning and slobbered all over my foot. Yuck. I fed them some grapes, but hello there. How you doing? How about you? How about you? That's all I have. Nothing else left for you here. Well, do you have any suggestions on where we should go today? No? How about you? What do you say? You say okay? All right. Well, I think we're going to head on out and maybe head head north of Macon, Georgia today. That sound like a plan for you, huh? Yeah? For you? No more grapes, sorry. Okay. I'll see you around, okay? Well, my little friends back there want to say thanks for joining them. And they wished us all a good journey on the rest of Georgia. Speaking of which, heading to Naylor, and then I'm going to pick up my path from the second walk across America and see if I can reminisce and remember the places that I went through. It's interesting looking at these trees here because last time when I came through here, not a leaf was on them. Well, just a quick time out. Wanted to show you something. I walked by this sign a year and a half ago. There it is, the geographic center of Georgia. So it's, I'll show you on the map here. It's actually right this way on the other side of the interstate. But geographic center of Georgia. Huh. I wasn't expecting to drive by it, but here we are. Okay, let's continue. Well, you can see me walking, huh? That's right, I'm walking. I'm on this road here, Union Church Road, I think. I turned off, came down. This is actually a road that I walked on the second walk across America. Anyway, I was coming down here. I was getting ready to find a Forest Service road to camp on tonight. This is all Forest Service property over here. And actually, road number, Forest Road 1038 is right over here. But I thought I would go past it and go check the bridge out that's got kind of washed out. It's still up there, but I went to check out the bridge, and after taking some pictures, here I'll show you right here. After taking some pictures, went to get back in the ambulance and clickety clickety click click click. And I had to scratch my head there for a second because all the lights are on, nobody's home. The amp meter on the instrument cluster is showing okay. So anyway, I got out my portable jump charger, and it's got 4,000 amps. So that's like quadruple the number of amps that I need to crank the thing, and it didn't work. So I had to walk a mile and a half up here to the intersection of the road to get cell service to call a towing company to come out and say help. And just at that time, a lady passed by on her truck, and she stopped and said, "You need some help?" I said, "Yeah, you know, I could use some jumper cables." So she went home and came back with Ron, and we drove down to try and jump the vehicle, and no go. And so they brought me back up to the end of the road where I had cell service again, and called the tow company. They're going to come out, and they said it was going to take an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I thought, well, might as well, instead of just sitting around doing nothing and getting hungry, I walked a mile and a half back down to the van, got some food, got some right here too. I'll just have a moonlit dinner, wait for the towing company to come, take me back into Gray, and then tomorrow is Saturday morning, so hopefully it's not a big deal. My guess is it's potentially going to be the starter, or maybe just something as simple as a bad ground on the starter or something. So we'll see what happens. Oh well, oh well, oh well. That's the way it goes, right? It's another experience in life. So I'll keep you posted. And keep you posted from Union Church Road. Oh, what are we on? Oh, Shoal Creek Road is a crossroad, and this is Union Creek Road, I think, or Union Church Road. Union something or other road. And Forest Service land right there. So you want to know how last night turned out? Meet Rusty. This is Rusty from West Clayton Tire and Auto, right? Yes. Yeah. So I got the tow last night from Mike Adams Towing and Jeff. Thanks a lot, Jeff. And they gave me a really good price, but something else. They towed me here behind Rusty's shop. Last night I camped out behind the shop, and then Rusty came in, gave me a good deal on it was a new starter, but it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. But why don't you tell me a little bit about your shop?
Well, we've been here since '98. We built the building in '98. I've been here the whole time. Our K-Nate dealer. West Cut Tires mainly started out to be a tire store, and it's turned into a really service. We enjoy it. We love our customers and the community also.
And he's just right outside Gray, right?
Yes.
Yes. This is Gray. Okay. Yeah. And you're originally from New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we've crossed paths before, sort of, and then all the people I've met, it's like down home time. It's oh wow. So thanks a lot, Rusty.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
You have a good day.
All right.
Be careful. Y'all have a good day.
We're here. Where? At our next stop. That's where. For those of you who followed me on the second walk across America, this place might look familiar. In fact, I'll show you a picture. No, I'm not. I'm not going to show you a picture yet. I'll show you the surroundings. Okay. See the surroundings here? Now, let's go take a look and see what it is we saw the last time. Oh, there it is. So what is it that we're looking at? No, it's not that house. It's this right here. You remember him? Now I'll show you a picture of that. You remember that? That's right, it's Sasquatch. Out in the middle here of Middle Georgia, just north of Gray. And I told you again a little while ago about Chap Nelson, who I met at the auto place. This is his doings right here. And you may ask, what's this all about? Well, Chap, I guess, does a lot of carving stuff. There's another one over there. And this one, I think, is modeled after one that's in South Dakota. I'll see if I have a picture of that. Anyway, he made this, and then it turned out to be a good doing. And then what they do, the Nelsons, they do this, they help stuff for cystic fibrosis. And I guess each year they have a thing here called Chaptacular. Chaptacular, you can look that up, where they have wood carvers from all over the place come and show their stuff off and even selling it. But this is Sasquatch from Georgia. And he's just got that kind of, look at that butterfly, look. And you all thought that Sasquatch was a mean guy, huh? So reliving the memories, but also for those of you who didn't see it before, there he is, Sasquatch of Georgia. See you around. And again, if you want to help to support cystic fibrosis, you can look them up and see how to do it. Or if you ever get out here towards Gray, Georgia, these guys are on Hungerford Road. And you can help them out by just dropping a couple bucks right there. And now, let's continue. You've probably noticed that I go on quite a few dirt roads. I mentioned this probably a year or so ago, but you can look up dirt roads in a lot of places on a website called gravelmaps.com. And that's what I used a lot when I came through the first time, is looking for all the dirt roads, because it's certainly a lot easier to walk on dirt roads without the traffic and with the softer tread underfoot. Believe me, there really is a big difference between walking on dirt and walking on pavement. So gravelmaps.com. All right, so on our travels this past year or so, we've seen Carhenge, remember that? We've seen Bama Hedge just not too long ago. And guess what? We now see the real Stonehenge. That's right. You always thought that Stonehenge was in England, but here it is right here in good old Georgia, just west of Athens. Seriously though, this Stonehenge is interesting story. Back in the 90s, in the late 90s, there was a developer that was building a development, and they called it Stonehenge. And they placed these stones at the entrance to the development, thinking, wow, this will be kind of neat, right? And, well, didn't go quite according to plan. The development didn't take off and people didn't really like this thing. So they took this Stonehenge down from that development there and they brought it over here on the west side of Athens so it can stand here in all its glory for people to ooh and ah over. So if you ever get out to the west side of Athens, Georgia, how about that too? Athens, you know, we're all used to Athens, Greece, and Stonehenge in England. But if you ever get out to Athens, Georgia, come out to the west side. It's on a street called the Avenue, and here you got Stonehenge. Well, the sun's starting to go down. I'm still here in Athens, and you know what? This might even be one of the last things, or not even the last thing, that we see in Georgia. So how appropriate. Sun goes down, it's the last thing we see. And how appropriate, this thing is very, very unique. In fact, it's really odd. Have you ever heard of a tree that owned itself? That's right, it's a tree that owns itself. Take a look at this. You're looking at it in all its glory. Back in the 1800s, there was a guy named Professor Jackson. He liked his shade so much that he really tended to his trees, and he really liked this tree in particular. And so what he did is, in his will, he deeded that this tree would own itself after he died, and that it would need to be taken care of, and that there would be an 8-foot boundary around it so that it would live in perpetuity. Well, he died, and the tree was deeded to itself, and here it still stands. But it's not really the same tree. You see, in 1942, the tree that was here actually blew down in a storm. So now the townsfolk were going, oh no, what are we going to do? So they got a seed from the tree, an acorn from the tree, and they replanted it and have tended to it over all these years. And so here it is in all its glory. So actually this tree is the heir to the heir of Professor Jackson. And if you don't believe this story, it's true. Take a look at this. Right here, look at the plaque. If it's engraved in stone, it's real, right? Some pretty nice houses here. Look at this one. I wonder if this was his house. But, yep. So the tree that owns itself. And that's probably the last thing we're going to see in Georgia before heading on out to, might take a little nip off of far western North Carolina before heading into Virginia. And we'll see. And who knows, maybe in the morning we might see something else in Georgia before I get up to North Carolina line. Well, this being my last night in Georgia, I'd wanted to spend it out in the forest, but I ended up a little bit too short, and I don't want to drive those forest roads looking for a place in the dark. So my two choices were stay at the Walmart parking lot in Athens, or I'm going to go up to a brand new truck stop up here in the town of Commerce and just hang out there overnight. But who knows, maybe tomorrow night will be my last night.
US 441 north for 16 miles.
So let's see what it looks like, huh? And just like that, we're here. Loves. It's a newer Loves. So that's a good deal. Yeah, just got to find a nice...
Destination is on the right.
Yes, it is. Just got to find a nice private spot. Maybe back here in the corner, huh? Let's see. Yep, I think this will do. Okay, that'll do it for today. Loves we're hanging out at. See you in the morning. See you next week. I don't know what we're going to do, but maybe we'll do something.
Kawasaki. Where is the food?